I've always been kind of fascinated by these like little life hacks, right? Those seemingly insignificant tweaks that can make a surprising difference in how we feel, how we perform, how we live.
Yeah.
And lately, I've been hearing more and more about this whole idea that just breathing through your nose, especially while you sleep, could be one of those game changers.
Mm. It it is one of those things that seems almost too simple to be true, right? But when you really dive into the science,
Right.
it's remarkable how much impact something as fundamental as breathing can have on our sleep quality and just our overall health.
It really is. And for this deep dive, we're going to be exploring the ins and outs of nose breathing for better sleep.
Okay.
We'll unpack the key takeaways from an article called Nose Breathing for Better Sleep 17 Powerful Ways.
17.
And try to figure out if this is just another wellness fad or something truly worth paying attention to.
Yeah, and don't worry, we're not going to just skim the surface here.
Okay.
We'll get into the nitty-gritty of how and why nose breathing works, exploring those fascinating connections between our breath, our sleep, and even our brain function.
Okay, so full disclosure, I'm starting this deep dive with a healthy dose of skepticism.
Okay.
I mean, I know nose breathing is generally considered bummer when you're sick, but can it really make that much of a difference when it comes to sleep?
That's a common reaction.
Yeah.
I think we've become so accustomed to mouth breathing in our modern world
Yeah.
that we often forget our noses are actually designed for so much more than just smelling.
Right.
Think about it from an evolutionary perspective.
Yeah.
You know, humans are meant to be nose breathers.
Right.
Our noses have this intricate system for filtering warming and humidifying the air we breathe, preparing it perfectly for our lungs.
Yeah, it's like a built-in air purifier and humidifier all in one.
Exactly.
But how does that translate to better sleep?
Well, first, consider those nights when you're congested and forced to breathe through your mouth. You probably notice you're more likely to snore or experience those frustrating breathing pauses that can disrupt your sleep.
Right.
That's because mouth breathing can actually make it harder to maintain a clear airway, especially when you're lying down.
Yeah.
Nose breathing, on the other hand, helps keep that airway open and your tongue positioned correctly, which can significantly reduce snoring and even alleviate sleep apnea symptoms.
So nose breathing is like giving your body a better chance to breathe deeply and consistently throughout the night.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the quantity of air you're taking in, but also how efficiently your body is utilizing that oxygen.
And that's interesting. I've always thought of it as simply getting enough oxygen, but are you saying nose breathing somehow helps our bodies use that oxygen better?
Exactly. It turns out that the nasal cavities produce something called nitric oxide, which plays a crucial role in widening our blood vessels.
Okay.
This vasodilation effect allows for better oxygen transfer in the blood, meaning your cells are getting the fuel they need to function optimally.
So more oxygen reaching our cells equals feeling more energized and refreshed when we wake up.
Precisely, and that's just one of the fascinating ways nose breathing can boost your sleep quality.
Okay.
Another key benefit is its impact on our sleep cycles, particularly the deeper, more restorative stages of sleep.
Deeper sleep, that's the holy grail, right?
Absolutely.
That feeling of waking up truly rested and ready to tackle the day.
Absolutely. And nose breathing can help us access those restorative sleep stages by activating our parasympathetic nervous system,
Okay.
which is responsible for rest, relaxation, and repair.
Uh-huh.
It's like a signal to your body that it's time to wind down and recharge.
Right.
This shift to a more relaxed state helps you fall into those deeper sleep cycles more easily and stay there longer.
Okay, so we've got reduced snoring, enhanced oxygen absorption, and deeper sleep cycles. You're definitely chipping away at my initial skepticism here.
Okay, good.
But this article goes even further, suggesting that nose breathing might have some unexpected benefits that go beyond just a good night's sleep.
And this is where things get really fascinating. We're starting to uncover the intricate connections between our breath and various bodily functions.
Okay.
And some of these findings are truly remarkable.
All right, spill the beans. What are these surprising perks of nose breathing we might not expect?
Well, one of the most intriguing findings is the potential link between nose breathing and enhanced brain detoxification during sleep. You see, our brains have this incredible cleaning system called the glymphatic system,
Okay.
which flushes out metabolic waste products while we sleep.
Brain waste removal. Now that sounds both crucial and a little unsettling.
It's absolutely essential for maintaining healthy brain function.
Right.
Think of it like taking out the trash. If waste builds up, things start to go wrong.
Yeah.
And some research suggests that nose breathing might actually boost the efficiency of this glymphatic system.
Hold on. So simply breathing through my nose could be giving my brain a better cleaning crew. How does that work?
We're still unraveling the exact mechanisms, but it seems to involve the way nose breathing influences cerebrospinal fluid flow,
Okay.
which is the fluid that helps clear out those waste products.
Wow. Okay, so nose breathing isn't just about better sleep. It could be impacting our long-term brain health, too. Anything else? Got me hooked now.
How about this? Nose breathing might also enhance dream recall.
Really?
While the research is still emerging, some studies suggest a connection between nose breathing, increased REM sleep, the stage of sleep where most vivid dreaming occurs, and improved dream recall.
Okay.
Imagine waking up each morning with clearer, more detailed memories of those incredible journeys your mind takes during the night.
And I'm already intrigued. I've always loved remembering my dreams.
Yeah.
They can be so bizarre and insightful sometimes.
Yeah.
I wonder if paying attention to my breathing could make those dream experiences even more vivid.
It's certainly an interesting area to explore. And on a more practical note, nose breathing can also have a positive impact on your oral health.
Wait, what? How does breathing through my nose affect my mouth?
It's all about promoting proper tongue and jaw positioning. Nose breathing encourages the tongue to rest against the roof of the mouth, which can help reduce teeth grinding, improve jaw alignment, and even alleviate some TMJ disorders.
So nose breathing is like a secret weapon for better sleep, a healthier mouth. I'm starting to think I've been missing out on some serious life hacks here.
It's all about tapping into the natural systems our bodies have developed over millennia. We've just gotten a bit out of touch with some of these primal practices in our modern world.
Okay, you've officially made me a believer, but now the big question. How do I actually make this switch? I'm not quite ready to fall asleep with my mouth taped shut.
I hear you. And thankfully, it doesn't have to be that drastic.
Okay,
The key is to start small and gradually incorporate more nose breathing into your routine.
so baby steps, right. What are some good starting points?
Absolutely. Begin by simply focusing on nose breathing as you drift off to sleep. Don't worry if you switch to mouth breathing during the night. Just gently guide yourself back to nasal breathing whenever you become aware of it.
That seems manageable. Any other tips or techniques that can help?
The 4-7-8 breathing technique is a fantastic tool for calming the mind and preparing for sleep.
Okay.
You inhale through your nose for a count of 4, hold your breath for 7, and exhale slowly through your nose for 8.
Uh-huh.
Repeating this a few times before bed can work wonders. And here's a little secret. Incorporating nose breathing into your daytime routine can actually help reinforce the habit for when you hit the pillow.
So being mindful of my breathing throughout the day can set me up for better sleep at night. Interesting.
It's all connected. The more we bring awareness to our breath, the more control we gain over this essential function. And who knows, you might discover some other benefits along the way.
Okay, this is all sinking in.
Mhm.
Before we move on, what are your thoughts? What stood out to you from all this info about nose breathing, and what are you most curious to try?
Honestly, the thing that keeps coming back to me is just how this seemingly simple act of breathing through our noses can have such a profound impact on our brains.
Yeah.
The connection to the glymphatic system.
Right.
That's the real mind blower for me. I mean, who knew that we might be able to boost our brain's cleaning power just by changing how we breathe?
It's like we've been walking around with this incredible built-in system and we haven't even been using it to its full potential. And it makes you wonder, what other hidden superpowers are we overlooking?
Exactly. And for me, the dream recall piece is incredibly intriguing.
Yeah.
I've always been fascinated by the idea that our dreams hold valuable insights into our subconscious minds.
Right.
But so often those dreams kind of fade away before we can fully grasp their meaning.
Yeah.
If nose breathing can help us hold on to those dreams more vividly, that's a game changer.
I'm totally with you on that one. It's like having access to a whole other world within ourselves, and who wouldn't want to explore that more fully? Okay, so for our listeners who are now like us intrigued by this whole nose breathing thing, what are some key takeaways they can put into practice right away?
The beauty of it is that you don't need any fancy equipment or complicated routines.
Right.
It all starts with awareness. Just start paying attention to how you breathe throughout the day,
Okay.
especially when you're relaxed or about to fall asleep. Notice how often you're breathing through your mouth without even realizing it.
So step one is simply becoming more aware of our breath. What's next?
Once you've got that awareness,
Yeah.
you can start gently encouraging yourself to breathe through your nose more often.
Okay.
If you catch yourself mouth breathing, simply redirect your breath back to your nose. You can even try placing a light finger under your nostrils as a physical reminder.
I like that little tactile cue to bring us back to the present moment and to our breath. Any other tips for making the switch?
Experiment with different sleeping positions.
Okay.
Sleeping on your side often promotes better nose breathing and may even enhance that lymphatic drainage we talked about earlier.
Okay.
You could also try using a humidifier in your bedroom, especially if you live in a dry climate.
Right.
Keeping the air moist can help prevent your nasal passages from drying out, making nose breathing more comfortable.
Ah, so those humidifiers aren't just for stuffy noses during cold season. What about those breathing techniques we discussed earlier?
Absolutely. The 478 technique we mentioned is a powerful tool for inducing relaxation and promoting nasal breathing before sleep.
Uh-huh.
And remember, incorporating nose breathing into your daytime routine can help solidify the habit for when you're asleep.
Right.
Try it while you're reading, walking, working, even just sitting at your desk.
It's all about those little mindful moments throughout the day that can add up to big changes in our overall well-being. But before we wrap up, you posed a really interesting question earlier.
Yeah.
Something about the benefits of nose breathing extending beyond just sleep.
Yes. I think it's worth pondering. Could being more aware of our breathing throughout the day have positive effects that go beyond sleep? Think about it. When we focus on our breath, we naturally become more present, more mindful.
Right.
And that mindfulness can ripple out into other areas of our lives, influencing our stress levels,
Yeah.
emotional regulation, even our cognitive clarity.
Wow, you're right. That opens up a whole new dimension to this conversation. It's like nose breathing is just the gateway to a deeper understanding of the power of our breath.
And that power is available to all of us every moment of every day. It's as simple as taking a breath.
That's a beautiful way to put it. So for our listeners, we'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you tried nose breathing for better sleep or for any other reason? What's been your experience? Share your insights in the comments. We're all on this journey of discovery together.
And as always, if you're enjoying these deep dives, let us know what other topics you'd like us to explore. We're always on the lookout for fascinating subjects that can spark curiosity and empower you with knowledge.
We've gone from skeptical to intrigued to downright fascinated by the potential of nose breathing. It's amazing how something so simple and natural can have such a profound impact on our well-being.
It's a reminder that sometimes the most powerful solutions are right under our noses.
Literally.
You couldn't resist, could you?
Yep.
But seriously, it's been a fascinating deep dive into the world of nose breathing. Until next time, keep breathing, keep exploring, and keep diving deep.
And sweet dreams. Yeah, it really is amazing. It makes you appreciate the just incredible complexity and interconnectedness of our bodies.
It does, and I think it's a reminder that, we're not just a collection of separate parts,
Yeah.
right? But rather this intricate ecosystem where everything is linked.
And in this case, something as simple as changing how we breathe can have ripple effects throughout that entire ecosystem.
It's true. It speaks to the power of
Yeah.
those, small, consistent actions to create meaningful change.
Exactly. It's not always about those grand sweeping gestures, but rather those tiny shifts in our daily habits
Right.
that can truly transform our well-being.
It's like that old adage, take care of the pennies and the pounds will take care of themselves.
I love that analogy. And in this case, those pennies are those mindful breaths we take throughout the day.
Exactly. And those pounds are, the cumulative benefits we reap in terms of better sleep, improved focus,
Right.
reduced stress, and even enhanced brain health.
It's a pretty incredible return on investment when you think about it.
It is. And the best part is it's an investment we can all make,
Yeah.
Regardless of our resources or circumstances.
Absolutely. Nose breathing is a free, accessible tool that we all have at our disposal.
It's true. It's a reminder that sometimes the most profound solutions are the simplest ones.
So, dear listeners, as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of nose breathing, we encourage you to give it a try.
Yeah, experiment with those techniques we discussed. Pay attention to your breath throughout the day and see what you discover.
Maybe you'll find yourself sleeping more soundly, feeling more energized, or even experiencing those vivid dreams you've always longed for.
And if you do, we'd love to hear about it. Share your experiences, your insights, your aha moments in the comments below.
We're all on this journey of learning and discovery together,
That's right.
and your stories can inspire and empower others.
And as always, keep those suggestions coming for future deep dives.
We're eager to explore new topics, uncover hidden gems of knowledge, and continue this conversation with you.
Until next time, stay curious, stay mindful, and keep breathing deeply.
And sweet dreams.